We're live again for the day. I'm getting live again. What is up, guys? It is your boy James and Sailor Jupiter Fancy Osmond back with another stream to do for March. And today might be today, guys. You might know about today, March 14th, aka the day that crabs fries. So I'm live for that. Work. Three people watch this live. I'll be switching between. And sorry for not his haircut, but Mr. Koitastic Strikes here was recently added. Now we got not even one single customer, special customer. Wait. Did you hear that special part?
Yeah.
I think my echo's broken. There's Urza Gantos, like that, and then it's after next time is that there it is again. My second to last echo is broken. I think I'm gonna have to get that fixed.
Wait, think about like why she's wearing a bow on her head.
That's what she sometimes does have to wear.
Wait, remember that dream scene when Nick got run by a train almost? Help! I got run by a train!
Brakes! Driver! Brakes now! 4 people watching this live right now, change to 5? That's good. Urza Gantos 5 Shaun the Sheep. That. Well, at least my Toshiba Handybook, my Toshiba laptop's faster to run this. Even though it does run Windows 7.
Oh, donuts.
Imagine donuts going nuts like this. I am not a bagel. I'm a donut, okay? Donut. Hey, don't go nuts, donut.
Or do not bring those in here.
Oh my god. Oh.
I had to quote that from a good post-movie SpongeBob episode. From one of the post-movies. Which is Larry Jim there and Evans there. Hi there, Evan. You know here. The two Railway Series books I have.
Do you shake your face?
Yeah, I did. Here's the book, the Thomas and Friends Thomas book, and 6 are watching this live. That's great. There's James, but this is weird because one of the books, yep, we get it. I think you did. Which is weird because Wanda's story titles, Troublesome Trucks, actually has, but it actually says freight cars inside. Again, Pick one. What are they going to call next? Troublesome freight cars or foolish freight cars?
I mean, that's how Time Taken can be before it became a TV show and a big massive 1 million franchise. It was a book series before.
Yep, and it's with illustrations by C. Reginald Dalby.
The
Wait,
Dalby illustrations are pretty interesting, right?
Hi there.
is that your headset?
It is. They changed hiccups hiccups in the UK was changed to hiccups.
Hiccups, 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 hiccups.
UK is hiccups.
Wait, that
The
remember we did that low weight
sim-
and
this-
Mickey won an iPad? Why is it this? There is
Yep.
no Best Buy in Italy.
because I looked in Italian towns and they didn't have a Best Buy.
There is no Best Buy in Italy.
There are none. Look, this image of Jeremiah Jobling is flipped. And yes, the stream does fall under fair use. It's also flipped. Some just here are also flipped.
Wait, did Milk like the up and down versus book on 2 and 1? I hate to have one of them. Hold on, let me just.
With illustrations here also by C. Reginald Dalby. The C was for Clarence, a name that he disliked and never used.
Holy crap! On my DeviantArt, I'm getting closer to 500 followers.
Wow, that's great.
I'm too lazy to use my actual C, so I'm gonna use my trained Sona for that one.
Some of Owen Bell's artwork, from what I've seen, was also used on some Japanese promos as well as some German promos. From what I've, oh yeah, Petey and I both have this.
You both have what? Oh,
This.
that. Oh yeah, that book. Wait, speaking of Petey, yeah, Petey like to touch kids. Okay, that's a bit too. You know what? Let me calm my ass down.
Yep. Yeah, we should. Still though, we're waiting for. Did you guys also know that I? Hold on. Did you guys know that I also this this program is what I use to make music?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Some stems I want to include in this. All right, so I miss Chloe back in. All I have to do is change the tempo of this. And just by the percussion, can you even tell which this is? Can you tell which song that is just by the percussion?
Oh yeah, I made this.
You think?
Guys, look at the Sophia how
Can I
I
see
made like a
again?
year ago. Look at Sophia holding gun.
Yep.
This.
Yeah, I'm almost at 200, to 500 subscribers, and I need 23 more. Can you tell which song it is just by the percussion alone, you two? Listen carefully.
We cannot hear anything.
Once again, no one had voted for Railway Series Thomas. They only voted. Some fans only voted for Mall Series / CJ Series, and CJ Series. There we go.
Wait.
Well, I don't know if this will cause an echo or not.
Oh.
Does this cause an echo?
I don't think so.
So, judged by the percussion, guys, you can tell which song this is, right? Can you tell which song that is? Just by the percussion?
Nope. I'm too busy with something else. After like for a long while, I'm gonna finally make the bumper from Medical Sprout at last.
How just from the piano?
Yes.
Because that is the determination. The percussion is used for determination. This and this one.
Hey, why not buy Mixcraft right now? It's about the same price as most video games, and you'll never get bored with it.
I'll try feedback guitar, see that helps. That helps. Who else remembers this?
Oh, I remember that book in my preschool days.
Same here.
What timeline do you think this takes place in? I think it has to be somewhere in the 20s.
Hold on. If I'm gonna be honest, I think take place during. It would work for season 2 episode in my eyes.
What about for season 1?
No, I want to be for season 2 episode.
So, well, in this case, where's the other Farquhar residents as well as Edward?
I mean, my favorite part of the book was the cow. Show us the cow.
This is the cow. That must be Bluebell.
How did the cow got onto the tracks?
What was his face though?
Look at this. Do you think he finally came across Bluebell?
Like, move. No, said Thomas. Move. Move out of the way. How did the cow move out of the way in the book? I forgot.
No.
Blew his whistle.
Move out of the way.
Do you think that cow was Bluebell?
Well, thank God Tom did not hurt the cow because I love cows. They're friendly.
What do you think, Isaiah and Gabe? Do you think that was Bluebell again?
Sure is. Sure is. I'm gonna print the wording for a bit.
There's also, you can even change the pitch of the midis on when you're on Mixcraft. Simply just like this, like this for the Headmaster Hastings pitch. Pitch down to 4. We can also insert MP3, WAV, and OGG files on there. One of these examples is the Spiteful Brake Van theme. Just take a listen here. Who remembers that theme? So, anyone remember that theme, guys?
Well, if it was heard in
Brake Van.
in Brake Van, then that would make sense.
You remember the Spiteful Brake Van theme, Isaiah? Here's what it sounds like in low key. And now in the high key.
I'm gonna put it back.
Well, Hockey King, Harry Gilbert. Well, Hockey King, there's the Spiteful Brake Band's theme from SA Music.
Hey, Gilbert.
And who also remembers this book?
Oh.
Well, Isaiah, do you remember this? Do you like that Spiteful Brake Band theme from SA Music? Okay, so here's a goof right here. It said that the conductor, when it should say guard, blows his flag and waves his flag and blows his whistle, but he's actually waving a red flag. Just look at it.
That's good.
Guard is look at it. The guard is actually shown waving a red flag just as Gordon sets off when he should be waving a green flag. Right there. And we see one of the horrid lorries. Right there. Near Harold. Here's what Sir Topham Hatt's office looks like in the Tommy Stubbs illustrations.
Huh. Cool.
He's got a dog too.
Ruff, ruff.
But it isn't Gremlin.
Oh. Imagine if I got another dog and I'll call it Gremlin. And apparently everyone was hey, they met when it last.
Well, and I've gotta say, that looks absolutely nothing like Gremlin. It can't be the same character. They look nothing alike. Hey, look, Joseph. Look at this. Clean Salty isn't real. He can't hurt you. Clean Salty.
Oh. I think they just got rid of the crime off of him.
Let's look at this. Look at this. Clean Salty is on here.
Whoa.
He looks. Now, do you think he looks better being clean?
Isn't Salty an industrial diesel?
And it's an industrial dockyard diesel.
He's supposed to be grimy. That's his character. He's supposed to be a grimy. He's supposed to be like a pirate character. That's what he is.
And here's a good throwback in the Ultimate Diesel Guide. Railway Series photos.
Oh,
yeah. Joshua Dunn. There's by Gondor and Peter Edwards, John C. Kenny, and by illustration by John C. Kenny and Gondor and Peter Edwards.
I kind of like the John T. Kenny illustrations of the characters better. It brings out a variety of what some train maulers could do.
Thomas Tilton Go, which has the Farquhar Trio. Look at this, the leader of the track tour.
Yes. Very good.
Which is a reference to the original working title for The Great Discovery.
Leader on the tracks, okay.
Who remembers the meme salty? Salty, and then look, salty.
Salty. Okay.
Look at.
They literally made salty that long. I think the prototype of one really salty would give some some wouldn't really modelers to make that exact model of Derek. It's a prototype.
Or just to make it an EMD diesel from America.
Okay.
They also got the prototype cover of Percy's Chocolate Crunch.
Prototype cover? Huh.
Yep.
I understand that because I don't need well long.
I almost got the 2013 yearbook. But look at the cover. Look, James doesn't have his tender.
Goof.
There's a prototype Thomas face.
Okay, why?
And look at this. It said that Caitlin is from the mainland when she and Connor are actually from America.
In Ireland?
Because they're American-built, American engines from America that moved to the UK and are Irish. We've also got, look, prototype Stevens coaches.
Prototypes? So
Yep.
they just decided to use the finalized version of that?
Yep.
But everyone was thinking about Winroy Connor.
There's the prototype wooden Steven. He has a cab.
Okay, that is so weird.
Like, Steven with a cab looks cursed.
And there is a prototype of Connor, but it was a repaint version of a repainted Spencer.
All right, guys, I'm back for a brief period, okay, I'm back. Are you guys doing okay?
Yeah,
we are twice. Yeah, there's the prototype Luke, and look at limited time.
Wait, this
Flying Scotsman.
Flying Scotsman.
Not gonna lie, I think the prototypes would be way better if they were the actual models of
Yeah, I'm thinking of recasting my dad as Fergus because he's personality-wise and always wants to do it right.
I think my father. I think my own father is probably does. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, Hockey King. There's got a musical caboose.
Wait a minute. But why look American-like?
Is that meant to be Bruno? Battery-operated booster steam car. That's the prototype booster steam car. Is that the jet engine if it were steam-powered?
Instead of being fuel-powered, it would be called
Adventures of Thomas.
I guess it would be like the high-speed engine.
Look at this. There's Adventures of Thomas. Percy's Musical Ride.
The prototype of it is a bit better than I expected.
Which I do have the Calliope.
I have to get my hands on that pack.
There's Sydney's Holiday Special because the title read "New Wheels for Sydney."
Oh, that does explain. That does explain the wheel. That does explain everything. Oh,
there's Santa's Little Engine.
I remember having that before when I was in middle school.
When it should be. Just
the Santa Thomas with the red nose with with the red paint to look like a red nose. Okay.
When it should be. What if it was? But Rusty to the Rescue is the most confusing.
Well, they reused the old. They reused the old variant and just made it look like it was.
I mean
like a new one.
It actually.
I think the finalized version is way better.
I mean, the
Better than
3-pack.
expected.
The 3-pack is actually titled Rusty to the Rescue.
A bit of a throwback to a season 4 episode.
The Steamies versus Diesels.
Oh.
Okay, no. Norman should not be in there. It should have been Thomas Percy splattered with Dodge.
What else have we got?
Besides, Norman did nothing.
I guess they'll also include James and Toby. Or what about Edward of all characters? Why not him?
There's also Rumblin' Bridge. One of the Scarlowy stations.
Rumblin' Bridge. Rumblin' Bridge is falling down. I'm sorry.
The scene in season 7's The Grand Opening.
Did I seriously made that type of us? Did I seriously made like a London Bridge is falling down reference? A song reference?
Anyways, I have to get back to ARK because I have to cook something.
Alright. And while we're waiting for Trevor to join, we got Thomas and the School Trip.
Oh.
Another Owen Bell illustrated book.
My favorite type of book has to be a crack in the track.
Look at this, Henry's there.
Wow. I like this illustration right here.
Thomas is cross-eyed.
Wow. That is so cool. That is so cool.
And the children are somewhere. The children are look like they're going to a private school.
Well, that explains everything.
That explains their uniforms. They also reused the same illustrations in Catch Me, Catch Me.
The same illustration, but a bit
Same.
Huh.
Yep. Just to represent the English countryside.
Okay.
And they also have Birdie without eyebrows, which is a nice throwback to Clearwater Features.
Yep, probably that too.
And I'm looking on Instagram. It said that Rick said that Pixar's funniest movie, Hoppers, has reached $107.4 million at the box office.
Oh, that is so cool! At least there's one Pixar movie that's doing good, unlike Toy Story 5. I'm literally saying that in a very sour way. So, yeah, there we
go. Who also remembers this? Thomas on Track.
Oh,
And the pen actually has voice clips from Robin Smith. Which who we know is the GOAT.
Yeah, Robin Smith is one of those US actors I can tolerate because he should have been the narrator for the 7th season. Only for the US dub.
I believe Thomas replaced Gordon in this shot, but if we did get Gordon, it'd be the 3 railway engines.
Yeah. The 3 railway engines with music notes over them. I think Thomas was I think this was a time where Thomas was a bit of a star biller at that moment.
He was and I quote, a star billing bastard. But did you also know that the second level this is titled Games with James?
Get it? Games, James. It rhymes. I get it. they just took the word games and just added the letter J. They took out the letter G and just replaced it with J. Oh god. They literally did a wordplay on us. Oh god. This is very funny. Very funny.
Unfortunately, I don't know where the pen is, but if I do get a spare one along with a James pen that interacts with this, I'm to play voice clips from it. And all the Steam team is there except Toby.
And Doc.
It was illustrated by Cody Mundy Studios, the shaded versions.
Oh, okay then. I think anyone would let me. I think I would honestly know that.
He also remembers this. Tunes from the tracks.
Tunes from the tracks.
Not to be confused with Tales from the Tracks.
And definitely not to confuse with my old family Thomas series, Tales of the Railway, which will come back soon.
Edward is on the sound buttons, but he is not in any of the pictures.
What does your old Thomas series have to do with this?
But here's a weird thing.
It's best you don't think about it.
Here's a weird thing. Edward is on the button panel, and Sir Topham Hatt is shown him on the photos, but Edward isn't in any of the photos.
Seriously?
Yet Bill and Ben are. They're oversized.
Trended to represent their Hornby models. Their Bachman. Yeah. I think their Bachman models were a bit better than their Horn. I think Bachman, Bill, and Ben are way better, in my own opinion, by the way.
On break is misspelled as break here. And again, there's Evan, who also remembers this one. I picked up from an elementary school book fair a long time back.
Oh, look, a season 12 type book.
Here's one of the goofs in Gordon Takes a Shortcut. The text said that Toad puffed, but he is a brake van.
That is a major bad goof.
It's help from the Great Western Trio. The Great Western Trio actually appeared in it.
You lost? Would you like some help?
Why did Toad sound like a chain smoker?
Trying to sound like strong band from Homestar Runner, kind of like Gordon.
Instead,
Toad sounds like Strong Bad Junior.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
I'm just showing off some
I have
books I have
something.
in there.
I have something I want to show you.
What is it, Gabe?
Edward,
Nice.
based on the Railway series.
Audrey's little engine that could.
Hey Dax, what's with your mic?
Yeah, it was for me. It's well. Do you think I should change it? Oh, I have to check it.
Yeah, you might want to check it because it sounds echoey and fuzzy.
Reduce mic background noise. Is this better? That's right.
It's a little better, yeah.
I also was showing the movie theater book, which had Flora's only appearance. Forever a one-time character, a glup shitto.
That's too bad because I would like to see Flora again along with Hank and Colin.
And she's used the Clearwater Features popping, the variant that's best used for Toby. There's also Rosie's Funfair special. Stepney with CGI face.
And the only time he had a CGI face.
And
I wish
it was the only time.
It
was the only time he used Thomas's whistle.
Oh my!
But
I like his old
He should
whistle
say
from
that. He should
64
say-
more.
Oh dear. That would mean
And
a lot more
Percy,
sense, right?
Percy and the bandstand. That was the only time Percy's whistle was referred to his "do as I say" whistle, which should have been used in Percy's new whistle.
Make Percy angry,
Exactly.
or probably you'll get your
And-
Don't make Percy angry, or that will happen.
Neville is also mentioned in Best Friends here.
Yeah, I miss Neville as well.
And it's also said Sir
Poor
Topham Hatt
Neville.
also
He got more appearances than that.
arrived on that scene and said to go get a good washdown. For comparison, the UK dub was, and don't forget to have a washdown. US, and don't forget to have a washdown, thank you.
Yeah.
The line then comes, you really shouldn't mumble because I can't understand a word you're saying.
Exactly. I forgot about that goof.
They also got Thomas Songs Play and Learn, which I picked up at Lowe's a long time back.
And don't forget to
Besides-
have a washdown. And don't forget to have a washdown. Thank you.
One thing, too, is that in some illustrations, the sides of Toby are shown to be red. His side, like the top part of his side plates. And also got tunes from the tracks, not to be confused with tales from the tracks. Edward is on the sound panel button, despite not appearing in any illustrations.
I really don't know anything.
What up, fuckers?
There's Isaiah.
Don't worry, Evan. It's just don't think right.
We also got the whole Steam team in Thomas on Track.
Nice.
Wait, Trevor, when did you get here?
Just now.
Oh, and I said like, what the fuckers? And I just got back from just baking some brownies.
I feel like Gordon should be in this illustration, so this way should be a reference to the 3 railway engines.
Fair point.
Wait, Trevor, do you like cooking or no?
I'm not the best cook. That's why I had to have help from my family and friends.
Oh, come on, Trevor. It's good to cook. I mean, without cooking.
Not everyone can have the ability to cook.
There's a difference between cooking and baking. Baking is about baked goods, while cooking is about some food for dinner.
But people need to cook.
Isaiah, don't
Yeah.
be toxic.
So I'm
You
not
can't be
being
toxic.
toxic or anything. Am I bragging?
Yes, you are.
Here's, you actually are. So here was the last time little engines can do big things was used in my busy books.
Interesting.
It wasn't Railway Adventures. It was the first My Busy books. I also like how this referenced Down the Mine. Despite they used the Sharon Miller logic in the first version.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And here's version 2 of it, which I picked up at Barnes and Noble.
When was that?
A few years back. Look at Spencer and Whiff. They're actually on narrow gauge tracks.
Why?
Because you can see, look, they're at Daisy Halt.
Wait, where is Daisy Halt?
It's on the Skarloey Railway.
What part of it?
I don't know. I have to look up where it is, but look at
Then,
this.
when Nate is chopped up, Duncan's rods are rattling. He needs picked up.
No, Renes, we mustn't bother Victor with little things.
When Duncan at the appeal and don't bother Victor, if his model, aka Dudley, was not getting over at the time.
I don't know. Then he would use his real life basis whistle. So I guess Spencer and Whip here have been scaled down to narrow gauge. Or their wheels were too big for the narrow gauge track.
Especially what Tom would have with him and what the end of Blue Mountain Mystery. I mean, you know he wasn't killed Blue Mountain Mystery. Near the movie he was stupid because male LY. But I get why he did that to follow Luke. But Thomas should know better. He was standard gauge. I mean, he almost fell to his death in that movie near the end.
We don't know. Oh, look at this. We have Thomas and Rosie again.
Yep. One of my favorite couples.
Trevor.
What?
You do know that shipping is a very bad thing in the Thomas fandom. Besides, trains can't fuck.
You're right.
I respect that, but I don't see it that way.
What do you mean you don't see wait. What do you mean you don't see it that way?
I only see them as friends.
I like to just because I ship two characters doesn't mean they have to what.
I mean, hold on. I can see where you come from. I do the exact same way too, but not the friends thing.
They always do.
There's the micro rubber engines, Rosie, but look at Spencer. He's an Atlantic.
I want it.
And Mavis is a 040.
Send me that. What the fuck?
Here's the Blubba version.
Oh.
There's Nia again, but what if she were narrow gauge, like her basis?
That'd be interesting. Then Nia can have narrow gauge cousins or siblings, I should say.
But at least we have Pink Rosie, unlike this, with Red Rosie.
I like both Rosie's old and new paint style. To be honest,
I kind of think I
Rachel Miller
paint better.
And Rachel Miller actually
off of an actual,
captured Nicola Stapleton's performance well in Thomas's Magical
so
Birthday
cool.
Wishes and the online shorts.
yeah, but my favorite Rosie voice will always be Jules De Jong, or wherever how you pronounce her full name.
And Rebecca doesn't have her tender,
What models are those?
Micro rubber engines.
Oh, micro rubber engines.
Also, we got what's here? Just well, the puzzle I have is roadside repair, which has Isabella and George
Cool.
and
I am so
Murdoch.
happy that Edward turned out
He's stopping
fantastic.
past. We've also got a card game. Briar Patch. What cards can I'm to think of what cards can I find which have RWS exclusive characters. There's the conductor. On his trading card it said that he helped plan Percy's trick in Ghost Train, which doesn't happen in the episode.
No, he didn't.
No.
Wait, Trevor, do you like this thing I made? I made like last year. Delete this.
The what?
Yeah, I made that like last year. Delete this. This is not taken too seriously in any way.
I don't know what you're talking about, Isaiah.
The PFP that I have.
Oh, you mean the Sophia the First?
Yeah, like
Yep.
Oh my god, he's only gone. Delete this.
Oh, that. It looks good.
It's funny. That's her. Once you see like that new TV show of her that's gonna come out later on in May, and let me tell you, it looks fucking awful.
I easily think that I honestly think
There's
that
a Thomas Uno game.
kind of has the same personality. Like
I bet the
Thomas
buffer's
Uno.
silver.
Wait a minute. Speaking of Tom's Uno, I remember made my own fan made Tom's Uno back when I was in middle school.
Does
The good old days.
when
Diesel 10's also included with skip cards. Bill and Ben are included. By illustrations by Cody Mundy Studios.
Oh,
Which are the shaded variants. There's Molly.
okay.
Oh yeah, like didn't they do like for numbers like from 0 to 9? They only went for numbers 1 to 7. Thomas on 1, Molly on 2. I think Spencer 3. Buddy 4.
Troublesome Truck wild cards.
Well, how come there's no wild draw 4?
And trust me, I know exactly.
We don't know. Beats us.
You're being overrated these days.
Wait, Trevor, there's something I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
What is it, Isaiah?
What do you pin on Bobby?
I'm neutral to it. I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand why it's popular.
I mean, I'm slowly turning into a Bobby fan, no offense. Not the twist, though. I mean, I like Bobby's original voice actor, who later became the voice actor for Star Glimmer. I can see why many people like those films.
Well, I definitely like the PG-13 Barbie movie for sure.
Because don't forget that Kelly Sheridan was also Diana in Martin Mystery.
Interesting.
Here's the thing, though. That Barbie movie, the live that came out in 2023, I really do like it. I'll be fair, though. Hey, what's something that's girly, all because of a guy saying that? Honestly, it's just stupid.
That's like saying about some animation fantasy. Isn't the Powerpuff Girls just a show for girls?
Yeah. So Kelly Sheridan was also voice of Indigo Zap, who sounds like a young Diana, and did a British accent for Sassy Saddles.
Wait, the scene where Ball is running away from Mattel headquarters, that be the natural what happened between 2020 up to 2024 with the Thomas franchise. Mattel blocked everything on
would ask me this question. Hey Gabe, have you ever decided to rewatch every single Question Girls movie?
I also have
Isn't
Thomas's Christmas Delivery.
That's cool, Dax.
I'm more into Frenchman's Magic a bit better.
And
No.
And the thing
It's really
is,
good.
even though Thomas had
watch
3
the
troublesome
screen,
trucks,
you're not
but one on the
busy.
cover, they weren't being troublesome.
And right when I was
Right.
We also get what looks like Mrs. Kindly.
I miss Mrs. Kindly.
Every movie.
They should also introduce her husband
I
too.
don't know. This is probably.
Yeah,
Is one of these characters meant to be a teenage girl?
Whoa.
Maybe.
Whoa. They stayed true to the original source material from the French magic series. And
It looks like the troublesome trucks weren't being troublesome at all in this story.
Look, Trevor, my mom got me a new phone today.
Nice.
Whoa.
Nope. Just like,
And every time I see,
just like my phone, which looks like this.
there is also in the friendship
I buy to this old
we're
phone.
introduced
Oh, I
with
have now
problems from the school.
Thomas's Saber Express.
Yes,
Um,
yes. I fucking love that book. Hold on.
The school Prep Academy introduced to the shuttleables.
Yeah, but this
We were-
I did
we
show
were
you guys
introduced
this.
to
Last with the
Sunny
2005
I used to have that book, Isaiah.
What, you used to have that book, Trevor?
The book you're holding, yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
this
that.
book is Black's holding it the same thing, but it had the
That was
2012 comic book cover of it. But
and
the
then
book,
we were introduced to Sideway, which made her first ever appearance.
Fucking
My favorite thing are the stickers, yeah, with the rare characters like those from the Railway series.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh, look at this.
the book is made from the Killers from the classic series from 1 to 7.
There's
Yeah.
this
I always
Trainboy
would-
50. I clicked on the 3 dots right there, and it says Trainboy 56 Productions, and I click on the 3 dots at Anthony Stricani. Is that actually Trainboy 56?
Hold on, let's just see. Train 56, is that really him?
Is that actually you, TB56?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, there you are.
Wow.
There you go. We're just showing what this book. Wait, Train 56, do you remember this book?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I have this book.
I
got
would have
it.
to say
well, look at
that
this.
What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck?
They also have learning segments of Thomas, Percy, and James in here. The versions here.
Hold on. My
You
favorite
notice that, Trevor?
Christopher's character would have to be.
I don't have the book that you were holding earlier.
Hold on.
Well,
Here's something I now noticed up until now. You know, looking at these stickers of these have Thomas, Percy, and James from the learn set of the era. You know the classic series. Look,
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Sideway had reformed.
Right. I
Do
see
you-
what you're saying, Dax.
do you hate the learning segment of the hit era?
Right? Do you hate the learning segments of the hit era, Trevor?
Not really. I like them. I mean, I think that's what makes Thomas educational. I like to be educated in terms of morals and solving problems. I mean, it's good for kids.
Hold on. Here's the thing, though. At least Hit 10 didn't tell you based by Thomas on what they did with the Simpkins when they brought out Fox.
Murdoch. I have Murdoch as
There's-
well.
Homie Murdoch?
That's a cool Murdoch model, Train Boy.
And there's Hank.
Yeah, I like Hank as well.
Has the same number
If
like I
these
do.
If these characters actually appeared in the DVD menus due to their
Yes, me and Hank are
designs,
the 22
we would hear Robin Smith's voices for them.
Wait, hold on. You
Who?
know what?
We would
Wait,
actually hear how Robin Smith would have voiced them.
We gotta get so
If due to these characters designed by Cody Mundi Studios, if they did appear in the DVD menus.
Wait, hold on. You know what I found crazy about him?
What?
What?
What is so crazy about the two of us? The two of us, shockingly, both of us both live in New York and New York City. Both of us.
It said it said that Tidmouth Stations is on Thomas's own branch line, but it's actually on the main line and Duck's branch line.
Anyway,
That's a goof in here.
this is my favorite Bachman model yet, Thomas.
The Bachman
Wow.
Thomas
Guess which face that came with
What?
that I used.
Hornby.
Hornby.
Look,
That's right.
Ooh, Peter Sam.
There's
wait.
My pure
hold on,
Sam
wait.
model and Trackmaster
Wait,
4 has the paper
Which mod
face.
PSM is that? Is that the fitted fight PSN or is it a knockoff? Oh
Is
yeah, it's a knockoff, Peter Sam.
Mine is the actual, but I restored it. I think it was. I do assume was originally lemon zest Thomas.
What's that noise? Oh,
think
never
I
mind.
restored
there's
some-
Donald Duck. They
Oh,
actually
Donald Duck
also
was-
replicate the '90s illustrations in coloring.
Wait, hold on.
Nice.
You and Char had the exact same models. Both you guys
the
had the
Hit
knockoff
Twisters
Donald and
from the time-
Douglas.
Going to add the grade one word soon.
I mean, hold on.
Well, the
Why
Hit
you
Twist-
guys had the knockoff Donald and Douglas? You couldn't afford the real Tomies that Hit Toys models?
No, they're too expensive and hard to find.
Maybe I could just reuse Thomas's face.
I mean, at the Hit Toys
Oh, see
Donald.
how that worked.
I don't have those. I have the knockoff versions of Trackmaster
where are
Donald
Bill
and
and-
Douglas.
Where are Bill and Ben's coupling rods?
They're missing.
Or my new football do have the yellow stripe.
Here. There's also a spot that it said that Gordon was pulling the express, but he has one coach.
I'm going to have to.
There's Edward and Henry, which
Oh look, Duncan! I have a Trackmaster Duncan. I think I got it in the mail.
yeah, Trevor.
around the
There's
time
Toby Duncan.
when I was.
Oh,
When I got.
Yeah, is that a knockoff, Duncan?
It doesn't look like it.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Yeah, it is the knockoff Duncan.
That's the only good variation of the
Look,
Chinese
Duncan I have
knockoff.
It's
Duncan.
the real Tommy Duncan. Look at the details.
I have the real Trackmaster Duncan, so I'm good.
Tommy. But I hate how fucking long he is. Why it be so long?
Why just slowing him down? Why make Duncan so long? That's so weird.
They also have Going Places. The illustrator is
I
Josie
understand
Lee.
where it came from, but okay.
I mean, you don't have this 56 lady.
No, I don't, but I'm hoping to get her.
Who remembers this one? Going Places.
Oh, I think
Okay, here's her
I
handle.
haven't seen that before. Ooh, Lady and Sir Handle
Brindle.
and Diesel 10.
Diesel 10. The Playrail version.
And finally, I got Grandpuff himself, Duke.
Duke.
Nice.
We need the Kato Duke.
I finally got Duke for Christmas at last. I got the
I
actual.
wonder if Kato's compatible with
I got
Bachman
the
and
actual
Steel.
engine. I got the tender separate though, so that's good. Finally complete.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, 26. You told me on Instagram about the Prayer Connor you have. No, the Prayer Caitlin you have.
Yep.
Okay, here's
Wait, hold on, Trapper.
Yes.
I think you have the trap meta Caitlin Connor. Do you hate the Prayer
Yes.
counterfeits?
Well, I swapped their tenders
I
just
might.
for the sake of
There's
consistency.
Redius.
Yep.
Okay, here's the thing though. I didn't like how fat they look, but for the Prayer Connor's weird. I fucking love how
And here's Star Lowy.
Nice, Gabe.
Who also remembers this?
Here's Rusty. But I need to do like a bit of a repaint on him. But for now, he's gonna be stuck like this for now.
Ooh, Mavis,
You
one
know
of my favorite characters.
You know who I'm gonna put here instead of the Annie Clarabelle to take the judge of the train show? You know who I would put? I
Who?
would put the spiteful brake fan.
Okay.
Okay.
In the Japanese version, the return of Daisuke Gori.
The annoying orange on wheels himself.
Is Billy.
Yep. Who I decided
They also said that.
who I called him the annoying orange on wheels because he.
It also said because they're red trains, but there is only one of them. If they included Alid Greedy or Eagle, then it would make sense for the plural.
Okay.
You also don't have this character.
Oh,
There's Molly.
Oh, I do have Molly, but I turned my old one into 98462, so I'm hoping to get a new one.
Why you turn Molly into Alfred?
Usually I like to take inspiration from other users.
Not,
I sometimes do the same
not
with other
don't,
topics.
that's your can of Alfred.
There's Prime
Just
Star.
not to mention the OG creator. The creator himself.
How fast do you think Thomas was going in this book? Do you think he might have beaten Mallard's speed record?
I doubt it, Dax, because in real life, Thomas is not as fast as the Mallard.
He's not an A4 like you're trying sooner, Dax.
Like, I guess he was trying to do a speed record to get to the train show. He was trying to do a Mallard.
Plus, two, 2056, you also don't have this character either.
Oh, yeah, I don't have Dennis. I'm hoping to get him.
Here's something
I have Dennis. At least the Trackmaster 2009 version.
Why not the Tommy Dennis? Tommy Dennis is the best.
They're the same, except with different licensing.
But look at those wheels. Despite that it's a nobody, I love how Tommy did his wheels. Look at them.
Wow, they look very unique.
I mean, Tommy Dennis and Tommy Neville.
Here's Gordon.
God.
Big G himself.
I like that in the Tommy and the early Trackmaster versions of Dennis, they kept the side rods true to the show.
They should have used them. If they should also be used for a custom. What if RWS Salty?
That's what I can do with it.
Right, Trevor. What if RWS
the
Salty?
tender detaches, and Gordon himself.
I guess.
His own power.
Look at Gabe's Gordon. The tender detaches.
Yeah, I see.
Which makes me have an idea.
Tommy Edward.
Yeah.
Which
I know.
Do you think not Diesel D199's Edward?
That's the TBS. The TBS Edward.
Edward on
the
eBay.
Willie series Edward.
They're going a bit too pricey now on with the Tommy offer. Come on, what is the goal?
That's when I decided to use parts for my old James. I mean, the dome is from Spirit Thomas shell I had, so that's good.
Here's proof what I mean. Here's Thomas from the Cow on the Line and other Thomas stories. And here's how it was. And here's the version of Thomas's big storybook.
Yeah, two fine
They edited.
Here's Thomas.
You notice that, Trevor?
Edited what?
Edited Thomas's smiling face to be his intrigued face on the Thomas's storybook.
Oh,
version.
I know. Now I notice it. I see.
Wait, Trevor. Which for the front guard prefer, the Trapper 2 or the Scotsman?
Here's my old model of Thomas that I originally used, which I was originally planning on using.
Which version of Flying do you prefer that Streamboy 56 is showing?
Probably the one on the left, perhaps.
even though the running
which is
board
the
is the
which
exact
is the
same
2016 version.
Even though
Exactly.
the running board
I
looks a bit
the
off.
anniversary
What are those
one.
white things on his sides?
Those are steam
House.
pups.
Okay.
I thought the anniversary got one more because I love how
It looks
did
like
the
that
not
that
stop
some
in.
naughty teenagers paid graffiti on him.
Wait, 2056 of Trevor. Waiting did a
What?
deal with Mattel done last year. Instead of Mattel glazing Neil like they always do, what did they actually make Lady last year for Tamara's 25th anniversary?
Ah, yeah.
Well,
What if they
Well-
replaced Lady and Motorized for Nia?
Mm.
for Nia,
Like
Here's
if they
my
replaced
plural
Nia with
chance.
Lady and Motorized, how about that?
that'd be interesting.
This
Although
is just
the
a
problem is,
temporary
not every
model
kid's
until
gonna
I
know
get
who Liddy is
until the
nowadays.
20 games arrives.
Spam
Spam
can.
can.
I call him Diesel
199.
199 just because that's his real name.
Why not Spancan? That is actual name.
That's his nickname.
Diesel
Nickname.
D199. You get it? Because of the
Imagine he should be one of those characters that he has since imagine if all the characters with two cabs had a front and rear face like they do in the books.
Just like Daisy.
What's that about me?
Or Toby and Toby's Mega
What
Train.
about this the train boy? You don't have. Do you have this one or not?
See, Rosie, I do not. I'm hoping to get her.
He's trying to get ready for the Spring Billion. I fucking hate on
But
Red.
yes, I somehow managed to decide to make it run better.
Had two faces.
Check this out.
Wait, what kind of paint variant is that?
Just pink livery. That's that's the exact tender I use for my main Gordon. That's the best Gordon yet. You can't deny that.
It's a Japanese Gordon.
Okay. I think I'm going to take a break with that trend I've been doing for the past few months.
Yeah, I noticed Dax.
I'm just going to take a saying that phrase, though. Trains cannot fuck. Gonna from that. Now I can see what trouble is kind of really being like a couple. I can see where you're going for with that.
I respect your counter arguments, Isaiah, but sometimes I like to see two characters get together as a couple. Just saying.
Sure, though. I'm just going to take a break saying that thing. Trains cannot fuck. I'm not going to say that no more. How about that? I'm not going to say that no more.
Yeah, don't say it. There might be kids watching us.
Because you know, there's the Trackmaster 2 hero. The thing is, the Japanese Gordon sounds like a sumo. I guess that's where Michael Brandon got his Gordon voice from.
My Trackmaster hero is
Because I believe he got it from Kenji Utsumi.
my Trackmaster hero has
Okay.
the RC Hero Tender, which I used.
Hey, what about Philip?
Philip.
I have to get another fill, to be honest.
Because
I-
the American
I don't
diesel
have
box
so-
cab who has a British accent.
Yeah, his
Okay.
British accents should have been UK exclusive, in my opinion.
Okay, here's the thing though. Despite Phil's being trapped by the two, I'm glad how Mattel was out there nailed with this model. I don't get
That's
why
fair.
people hate Philip though. Philip's not too bad a character though. I do agree him Phil's role in a shed for Edward. Like he worked at Napa Station, not on Edward's branch line.
Yeah, he should stay. He should stay as the permanent Nafford station pilot for crying out loud.
And plus,
Yep,
too,
and
yeah,
this
Phil
is-
may be annoying. I felt bad when he got bullied by Vinny. Poor Philip.
Yeah,
This is why we should have had Boko in CGI.
exactly.
But there's one
And
problem
Rob
with this
Rockstraw
boy.
would voice.
Why the fuck
Yeah, that would
is
make
Philip
perfect sense for Rob
wrong?
Rack's voice Boko.
Kenji.
There's Kenji. Hey, Yeah, a character that's named after Japanese voice actor.
The Motorized
And
Kenji is nice, but I felt the prayer of Kenji, but it's good too, though.
A character that's named after
Like
what we should
Custom
call
Oliver.
called Sumo Gordon.
So I think I just took a Spiro Thomas face and just decided to use Milliput for the nose, repaint the face, and there we go.
Wait, hold on. Waiting on this idea, I plan to get another Kenji, but I'm gonna make Kana in GGI.
Ooh.
Whoa, how about that
Oliver
Trevor
is based
CGI
on-
Kana?
Off the gauge.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a great idea. Then she can be the younger sibling of Kenji.
That was gonna
There's-
happen all in Go. She was gonna be Kenji's sibling, aka Yansita, but they had to drop it for some reason. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why they had to do that. I mean, it would make more sense if they kept it the way it was going to be.
Hey, Lord Joseph. Remembers this book?
Ooh, I remember that.
I've seen that cover before, but
It's
Here's Duck.
look. Douglas is shown without Donald, and he has boiler, which makes him look more. Which would make them look more detailed.
right. Well,
Feel like-
anyway, I need to go to bed because I need to go to church tomorrow.
Oh,
All right.
bye, Trevor.
Hope to see you next time. Happy
Yeah.
March 14th.
The day when Krabs Fries. Wait, what about this guy though? Ryan.
Oh, I have him.
Ryan. So, Ryan, why are his wheels black?
Okay,
Thank God
here's
that
the
was
thing with
fixed on the
Ryan.
muddy Ryan.
I mean, here's the thing though with Ryan. I mean, Ryan maybe will be a stand to him though. Ryan better Todd's character. I like Stanley more. I like Ryan. At least Ryan was a likable character.
That being the meme, trying to replace Thomas. Trying to replace Thomas. I tried replacing Thomas before. Cool.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
I tried
2026.
replacing Thomas
Wait,
before-
on these. Who should I cast Ryan as? Who should I cast as Ryan?
That one I'm gonna have to think about.
That's a really good question. Really good question.
Hi, Terry.
Hey, Joseph.
This angle of Thomas, because it looks like something that'd be on a Japanese cover.
Oh, I know that one. Which just remind me of Hero.
And there's Sonic the Steam Engine.
Hero is the master of the railway.
Yeah, Joseph, look at it. There's Sonic the Steam Engine.
Oh, that's cool.
Interesting.
But
He-
okay, Joseph,
That one's number 20.
even though his basis should have been an engine built early enough to have come to Sodor prior to the opening of the North Railway. That being the Japanese government railways 9600. What was the year it was first built? 1913. So we could say in the alternate timelines, their top would have the first served overseas railways. And they gifted him with one of their brand new 9600s. The prototype of these, named Hero, was tested. And after proving to be the strongest, he was shipped off to.
Hugo?
How about that? And there's Hugo. What if Hugo was in season? Hugo should have been a season 1 character because his basis was scrapped in real life.
Well, actually, Hugo, well, let's just say he didn't came to season 1. I mean,
Let's just say
that was
he
before.
came into season 1 because, he came into season 1 from Germany, like Marklin. That.
Well, let me say this. Well, that was before Hero was been restored. Way before all of that.
He would have been Open Skate works.
Wait, Charlie. Wait, 2056. What do you think of Billy?
Billy, I'm neutral to.
I mean, here's the thing though. Charlie, Billy, and the Lugging Locals are the most hated Thomas in the town of French fandom.
Oh yeah, that is
Who
true.
remembers this?
I remember that book.
Ooh, I remember that as well.
And Edward.
I don't remember it as much.
Edward didn't appear in the little version. It'd be like UK Edward, which is true Edward, meets Diesel D19's Edward, which he sounds like the perverted version of himself. There's Merlin.
Oh, anyway, TV.
Yeah.
I check on my friend and he's doing okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing good.
But I still felt bad for him after what happened in that stream. But luckily, I helped him get through it.
Oh yeah.
Even
Don't
though
worry, I will make sure nothing bad happens.
Tsuji Mori is the oldest Thomas and Friends Japanese voice actor who actually his voice for James actually sounds very similar to Yasuhiro Takato.
Wait, 2056. Who do you cast as Molly?
Mine would either Sophia or Snowflower that I have as one of my characters right over here in the middle down there.
Wait, who is Snowflower?
Apparently she's a background character from the MOP EG role who did not have any speaking roles.
Why would you get a background character?
Usually I find them fitting.
So Framework 56,
What
Lord
about
Joseph.
Emily? Who do you cast as Emily?
That one I'm gonna have to think about.
You want to see? Look at this. This is why I used to make music. Mixcraft. Who remembers this theme, guys?
Well, for my engine version myself was originally being Blind Scotsman, then from Polar Express, and then used for Matt and Saturday.
And that was the Spiteful Breakvans theme. Now I'm gonna afford a season 12, season 8 hit our Edward theme MIDI.
Ooh, okay.
This is what I would want to use for creating music. I don't know if I'll export these to MP3 files when I get the perfect versions of them made. I know all of them might not be good, but they might be the best I can do.
Wait, Train 36. Have you seen the Staten Island Railway?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so? The Staten Island Railway.
It's not usually easy for me to remember.
And I remember Murdoch. Murdoch says it was loud noise, right?
Let me get him.
And he should have a Scottish accent in the UK dub.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're a choppy lot.
Mm-hmm.
One of the presets on here is actually called 76 Trombones.
I guess there's something about there's something I think in my own AU of Thomas. His personality is based on seasons 1 and 2. And I think
Clearwater Features era.
I think he carried through the Brenner seasons.
Which is aka the Clearwater Features era.
Yep.
Yep. Here's a season 8 Edward theme.
Wait, Edward. I remember
Oh. Wow.
That would be my Edward's hit era theme. There's what Thomas theme would be like. Now I got turn the volume down to the piano tracks.
I remember Victor. He's the very busy engine.
I remember Victor.
Along with, yeah, but even though he is from Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
but when he's American built,
Yeah.
Ocarina, change that to Ocarina.
Like before he was red, he was yellow.
And he spoke Spanish. Hold on. It's like the Predator effect, though. When you think about it, Cuba became communist in 1959 with the Cuban Revolution and before the Cuban Missile Crisis. So did Victor leave Cuba before Cuba became communist?
I think his first language was not outright stated to be Spanish.
I mean, Cuba, the official language in Cuba is Spanish. Hey, though, one crack would get to Cuba, though, it is called. They still use 1950s card for one thing. And second, the government on Cuba is not as big compared to North Korea. You can only be Cuba, only your relatives or friends that live there.
Another thing, and also here's something you might not know: Springboard 56 and Lord Joseph. In the Latin Spanish, these French shops of Mountain history, his first language was Greek.
Oh.
And also a TV.
Yeah.
What country was Murder came from before he came to Sodor?
Oh, that one I completely.
UK. Yeah. And I mean, there's a line that confused us, like Lost Side.
Unless he's Germany or British, I don't know.
Hang on, give me a moment.
Marseille is actually in southern France, well known for its massive harbor. If he did work there, do you think he might have gained a French accent or picked up some French words?
Maybe.
Here's the scene.
There we go.
the hit era Thomas theme.
Mm.
I mean, imagine if there's another person that looks like Hero.
Like,
Um.
I'm gonna try. Next one I'm gonna try is Uppity Gordon.
Wow. Uh, I think Sour Sweet from our Crusher Girls kind of just played a kind of just played a trick on Rarity at that moment.
I'm gonna try. Try this.
Hey, this is the Mixcraft lady. Just reminding you that you should unlock the full potential of Mixcraft by clicking the buy button. Thank you.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
There's Uppity Gordon.
Mm.
I'm gonna try.
I know what I could do.
I'm gonna try Toby's hit era theme.
Oh.
I'm gonna try tenor sax to see how it's. I'm gonna baritone sax.
Hey, pretty sick. Have you ever visited Brooklyn?
Hmm?
What was that, Isaiah?
The echo. Wait, what happened to the echo? Okay, there we go. Trying basic. Have you ever visited Brooklyn?
No, not really.
What do you know? Not really. What did the only place you ever been to?
I know I've been part of Let me think.
Oh.
Me to remember.
I mean, like,
Oh.
you're from New York City, am I right?
Yeah.
But what part of New York you've visited?
I don't. It's kind of hard for me to remember, but usually some parts in the area where I've been multiple times.
Have you ever been to New Jersey?
New Jersey. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been to New Jersey.
Okay, what part of New Jersey?
Usually somewhere like it's like close to my state.
No, I mean, like, what part of, like, either the Jersey Shore, city, Inwood, New Jersey?
Somewhere in New York, I think.
I mean, we're going to water back again in the summer, but I wanted to go on a cruise this year. My mom did promise me last year we have the best summer ever. I was basically bored all summer last year.
Remember, I used to live in Florida for 13 years.
Now I'm gonna try the. I'm gonna try Percy's hit era theme.
No.
Acoustic bass. The hit era Percy theme. Percy's favorite things. This comp bass might be too high, but let's see how this should work. This should work. Chlorotasics, I'll add her, re-add her. Percy's new friends, Percy's favorite things variant, I might say. Only meant to. That's a fail.
What do you think of that episode? What? The Putty New Friend episode. It was on the painfully.
Percy's Hitter theme sounds like the Indiana Jones theme.
Yep, because Percy New Friends didn't have a moral, according to the Unlucky
Percy, Indiana Percy,
like
Steamy
this.
the Lost Bird. I
Now I have to change the tempo to make it sound like the actual thing. It's a pitch. How's the hit era Percy theme?
Good.
Grand Puffs S4.
Sorry, I gotta get going to bed. See you tomorrow.
Ed.
See you, Gabe.
Bye.
Aw. Wait, one of these days eventually, I have to buy another rose so that I can make my transfer in a certain merchandise form.
No. I'll try French horns. Make that to solo French horn. An acoustic bass.
Quick!
Here's the Grand Puff MIDI.
Ooh.
Which is
They let the control me get me. Hey, where's the rest? That's it?
do, do,
They let the control me get me. When no, they done something funny. They felt to say you were grounded, and they simply joking shut up.
Daniel.
Hey guys.
Where did these people are coming from? Until one day, the pig decided to move out.
Here's what it's
Hey, wait, 2036, do you remember Smudger?
Oh yeah, I know Smudger.
Who are you gonna cast him as Smudger?
Now I'm gonna have to think about. I was thinking of Oscar the Grouch.
What about Duncan? Who do you cast as Duncan?
I think for Duncan I might cast Bab Seeds as Duncan.
I'm gonna try to do Perseverance for the punk. I like an attempt of musical typing.
And I think I remember the time I did an impression of Victor Says Yes.
Oh yeah, you did do that, Joseph. You did do that.
Victor says yes. Yes.
I mean, that's the one with my favorite that's my favorite episode of Victor.
Oh yeah.
Even though he can actually fix the engines, it's the men that
Even though my
do
boy
the
doesn't like
fixing.
Victor says yes, I can handle his opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Because, even though Victor himself, guys, he can't actually fix the engines. It's the men that do the fixing.
Yeah.
And I might do a impression of the piece of quiet is someday. Even though you have Murdoch and I know Thompson only had Harvey, right? Thompson only had Harvey,
Yeah. It does.
and Mikey has Salt. And I now, but I give it to Take Along.
Yeah, I do with Henry.
That was
And I still have Bo,
it's
the Wild
hit era
West.
Henry theme.
Oh yeah.
Oh, BRB.
Oh, and good time, Henry. Poor Henry.
The Spot the Difference theme. You can guess which hit era theme this was later used for. You know which character that theme got used for?
Hmm.
It was Hector.
Ah.
The season 6 ending cue. And it's to now this would change to harp. That changed to acoustic bass, and this to a glockenspiel.
Yeah.
That's what it should sound like. I'm gonna try with stereo strings bass. Season 6 ending cue, but one user called it, Mr. Crew Blue called it Friends Again.
Oh.
Generic Season 8 opening theme. Mr. Season and Thomas Saves the Day opening theme. Isaiah left. Yes. I'm gonna change it to Proteus version. What is the Emily's Hit Era theme? Today on the island of Sodor. All midis were made by Angel Pierla Productions, so credit goes to him. Do it, theme. Who remembers the spiteful breakman theme from SA Music?
I remember that.
As well as 98462's theme.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like this? Streamber 56 Lord Joseph? Here's what 98462's theme sounds like. It might sound Edward's theme a bit to you. You recognize that theme, any of you?
Yeah.
Sounded like Edward's theme.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like in an alternate universe where Edward was a villain.
Oh.
Or like a dark, lurking version of his theme.
Mm-hmm.
I need to check something. Shouldn't we? We actually hit the 2-hour mark. 11 minutes past it.
Yeah.
So after these themes, should we get going?
Mm-hmm.
This is the old version of it.
I'm back.
The updated version. finally the rock version. Do you think we should head off? Because it has been 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I think it might be a good time to end off the live stream. So what was your guys' favorite part? Was it where I showed off the books, my music, or what the goofs they had, or the middies and guessing which percussion or sample his song is from, or anything else? Or join me again next time where I'm going to be live for a birthday stream for Gilbert, aka the Real Train King Productions, who was in the live chat earlier, and which he was right here. So this has been James and Sailor Jupiter Phantasm 1 with Trainboy 56, Mr. Cloytastic, and Lord Joseph saying Happy March 14th, everyone, aka the day that Krabs Fries. Peace out, everyone.